Welcome Tech Brothers. In this video, we are going to learn about store procedures in Microsoft Fabric Warehouse. We'll be discussing input and output parameters in store procedure as well. So here I'm in the workspaces tab, and then I have two workspaces called Amir's workspace and sales workspace. Let's click on the sales workspace, and here we have multiple folders that I use for the manageability of different items. Here is the lake house folder, and inside the lake house folder I have tech data warehouse. Now if I click right there, it's going to open this interface. That's where you will be able to see your warehouse. Then you will see schemas under it, and then under the schemas you have table, views, function, and store procedures. I could simply write my query here, but this window is not that nice when I need to zoom in and zoom out. So I'm using SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. To connect to the Management Studio, I went to the workspace here, then went to the warehouse, and then I hit open in SSMS. Then I copied the server name here and went to the SSMS, and then I click on connect and database engine, and then pasted that server name there. Once I did provide my authentication and provided the database name, I was able to connect without any problem. Now here I have pasted that query that we will be using for the demo of store procedure with input and output parameters in Microsoft Fabric Warehouse. So let's see what is the store procedure. A store procedure is a saved collection of T-SQL statements that can be reused. It can accept input parameters, return output parameters, and encapsulate logics like querying or inserting data. You can perform update, you can perform deletes, and whatever the queries you would like to write in your store procedure, that's possible. Now benefits reusability, simplifies complex operations, can include conditional logics and parameters. So these all things can be done in the store procedure. In my demo, I might be keep the things very simple because I don't want to create like a 200 line of code, but you can do pretty much anything that you want to do. Let's say you will write the data to different tables, from one table to another table. You want to perform update, you want to merge statements, and everything whatever you want to do in the store procedure, that will be possible. Now in this demo, what we are saying, we are creating a table, DBO orders, and then we have 3-column order ID, customer name, and order amount. Let's execute this statement, and our table should be ready. Now we are going to insert the data, so we say insert into, then table name, and then values. And here we provide the values. So we have ID, then we have customer name and order amount. Then we are going to select all that 3 lines here, actually 4 lines with the insert, and then it's going to insert 3 rows in our table. So here is our definition for store procedures. To create a store procedure, you have to say create procedure, and then provide the procedure name. So you will provide a schema name and then the procedure name. So here is a get customer total order, that's my store procedure name, and then you will provide input and output parameters. If you don't have output parameter, that's fine. You can simply have input parameter. So let's say in here you have at the rate customer name, that's our input parameter, and the type of that parameter is varchar 100. So this can accept 100 characters. Now at the rate total amount is a decimal 10,2, and this is output parameter. You can actually, if you like, you can have a store procedure without the parameter as well. You can simply have no parameter maybe and just provide update, delete, insert, whatever you want to do inside that store procedure without any parameters. But in this example, I want to demonstrate input and output parameters as well. So that's why I created customer name as the input parameter and the total amount as the output parameter. Then you'll say as, and then you say begin, and then inside this is where you are going to write all the code. So if you see right here, I'm saying select at the rate total amount. So this is my output parameter. So I said equal to sum of the order amount from my table, and where customer name is equal to this input parameter. So when let's say in this case, if I will provide Amir here, that's input parameter, this is going to provide Amir here and get me the total sale amount here, order amount here, and do the sum of that, and then it will return into the total amount. So we go, and at the end you will say end, and that's it. Now your store procedure definition is all correct here, and we can go ahead and execute. Now how I see the store procedure, so I can go to the programmability and click on plus sign, then I go to the store procedures, and that's where I will see the store procedure. So you can see right there, get the customer total orders. Click on the plus sign and you will see the parameters. So from here you can tell some parameters here. So you can see it is the input parameter, and this is your output parameter. There is no default values and all that for these parameter as of now we have provided. Now we can execute the store procedure. So let's declare a variable called total. Why we are declaring this variable? Because this is a variable, this will save the value coming from the output parameter. Now we declare this variable here, and this is the type of decimal 10 comma 2. Now what we will do here, we say execute. So exec, that's a keyword you use to execute a store procedure. Then you provide the name of the store procedure, and then you have at the rate customer name, that's our input parameter, equal to Sarah. And then here is at the rate total amount, that was our output parameter, and that we set equal to the total, and then we set output right here. So what's going to happen is going to put this Sarah name right here, then select this query, and this will be value will be saved in this total amount, and that value will be also saved here as output to the total in this variable. Once this value will be saved in this variable, we can print that in next command. We are saying select, and here is the hard code value total order amount for Sarah as a description, and then at the rate as a total amount. So this is going to be just a description column will be this, and then this value that we saved right here in this variable, this will be saved as a or printed as a total amount. Now I have to run all these three or four lines of code together, because this is declaring of a variable, this is the execution of a stored procedure, and even I just do this, what's going to happen now, it's not going to print anything as whatever, we just saved the value in the total variable, but we did not use or print it out. So I have to use this line to print that out. So let's execute together, and now we are going to see the total order amount for Sarah is 750. If you see right here, go to the table, and here is that value for Sarah. For Amir it is 500. So now if I will change this parameter input for instead of Sarah, if I will say Amir, then what's going to happen? When store procedure is going to run, this place will be replaced with Amir, and now it's going to get the records for Amir, and we know that this is 500, and then it's going to return that as a total amount, and let's execute that now, and it's going to return us the value. So you can see that the total order amount for Amir is 500. So this is how you will be using input and output parameters. And again, if you see right here, we were doing some input and output parameters also as let me insert some more values here. So you see that I'm going to insert some values here. So this store procedure, I want to show you, you can do some more things. So here we'll say 4 and 21, 24. So also let's say I will say update dbo dot orders, and now if you will say set name is equal to customer name is equal to, let's say, Amir Shehzad, where customer name is not equal to Amir. So I am updating all the records where customer name is not equal to Amir Shehzad. So I'm just trying to tell you, like, there are multiple things that you can do in this store procedure. So here is our select query, here is our insert query, here is our update. So all these things can be done in one store procedure. So now instead of create, we'll say alter store procedure. So we are going to alter this, and then all done here. This has altered, and now we are going to go ahead and execute this line of code. It might not be create the best results for us, because we are making a lot of changes here, but all those things are done here. And now if you select the data from this table, you're going to see more records and some updates that we made to the table. So if I will select the data here from, and you can see that all those records were inserted, and then also wherever we had Amir and not Amir, that all the records are updated to the Amir Shehzad, because I have put that, hey, wherever name is not equal to Amir, so that could be Sarah or John, those all records are updated to the Amir Shehzad here. So, but the goal was to show you can perform many operations in one store procedure. That could be select query, insert query, update query, and all that. So I thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in next video.